You wake up, and for a second, there's nothing. No pressure, no expectations, just silence. Then it hits you. That same weight, that same unfinished life waiting for you. Your alarm is still ringing. You hit snooze. You tell yourself, just 5 more minutes. But deep down, you already know how this day is going to go. You've lived it before, too many times. You reach for your phone. Not because you need to, but because it's easier. Easier than facing the day. Easier than facing yourself. You scroll, mindlessly, endlessly, watching other people win while you're still lying there, stuck in the same place. And there's this quiet voice in your head, this isn't you, but you ignore it, because listening to it would require action, and action feels heavy, so you delay. You always delay. You tell yourself you'll start tomorrow, when you feel better, when things are clearer, when you're ready. But that version of you never shows up, because ready is a lie, and deep down, you know it. Your day finally starts, but there's no direction, no urgency, just reaction. You check messages, you open apps, you jump from one thing to another. Nothing intentional, nothing focused, and somehow hours disappear. You feel busy but not productive, active but not progressing, and that's where the frustration begins. That quiet frustration, the kind you don't talk about, the kind that sits in your chest and slowly builds, because you know you're capable of more. You know you're not average, but your life doesn't reflect that, and that gap between who you are and who you could be starts to hurt, not all at once, but slowly, every day. And here's the part no one tells you. Most men don't fail because they're weak. They fail because they're comfortable. Comfortable enough to stay the same. Comfortable enough to delay change. Comfortable enough to ignore that voice inside them. Comfort feels harmless. It feels safe. It feels deserved. But it's a trap. A slow one. A quiet one. It doesn't destroy you overnight. It just keeps you exactly where you are, year after year. Then there's distraction, the endless noise, the constant stimulation, the cheap dopamine. It keeps your mind occupied, so you don't have to think, because thinking leads to awareness, and awareness forces responsibility. So you avoid it. You keep scrolling, keep watching, keep consuming, because as long as you're distracted, you don't have to face the truth that you're not moving. Then comes comparison, the silent killer. You see other men winning, making money, building something, becoming something, and instead of using it as fuel, you let it break you. You start questioning yourself. Why not me? Am I too late? Did I miss my chance? And slowly, your standards drop. Not because you want them to, but because doubt is louder than belief. So, you aim smaller. You settle. You play safe. But playing safe is just failure in disguise. It feels smart in the moment, but over time, it costs you everything. And here's where it gets uncomfortable, because the real reason 99% of men fail isn't external. It's internal. It's the decisions no one sees, the habits no one tracks, the standards no one enforces. Waking up late, avoiding hard things, choosing comfort over growth, again and again and again. Small choices, but they compound, and before you realize it, they become your identity. You're not just someone who delays, you become someone who always delays. You're not just someone who avoids discomfort, you become someone controlled by it. And once that identity is set, everything else follows. Your actions, your results, your life. But here's the truth, and this is where everything changes. You were never lacking potential. You were lacking alignment. You've been living like someone who's unsure, someone who's waiting, someone who's still figuring it out. But that version of you will never build anything real, because nothing is built on hesitation. Everything is built on decision. The 1% understands this. They don't wait to feel ready. They don't wait for clarity. They don't wait for the perfect moment. They move, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's uncertain, even when they don't feel like it, because they know something most people ignore. Action creates identity, not intention, not planning, not thinking, action. And once you understand that, you can't go back, because now every decision matters. Every moment becomes a choice. Scroll or build, delay or act, comfort or growth. And those choices are shaping who you become right now, not someday, not in the future, now. And here's the part that hits the hardest. No one is coming to fix your life. No one is coming to push you. No one is going to save you from yourself. And that realization, it's heavy, but it's also powerful, because if no one is coming, then it's on you, which means it's in your control. You don't need motivation. You don't need perfect conditions. You need standards. Standards that don't change based on how you feel. Standards that force you to act even when you don't want to, because discipline isn't restrictive.
restriction, it's freedom. It's the ability to trust yourself, to know that when you say something, you follow through, especially when it's hard, especially when no one is watching. That's where real power is built, quietly, daily, unnoticed, until one day, it's undeniable. Your focus sharpens, your confidence rises, your actions align, and your life finally starts moving forward. Not because things got easier, but because you stopped avoiding what's hard. So now the question isn't, why do most men fail? You already know the answer. The real question is, if nothing changes from this moment, if you keep living the same way, making the same choices, ignoring the same voice inside you, where will you be 1 year from now? And more importantly, are you okay with that?